For most CPA firms, tax season isn't just busy, it's an all-out battle. It's this recurring storm of stress and ridiculously long hours. But what if that annual chaos could actually become your greatest strategic advantage? Let's dive into how you can turn that pressure cooker into a real engine for growth.
So, does this question hit a little too close to home? That feeling of dread when the calendar flips, knowing that absolute mountain of work that's about to land on your desk? Yeah, if so, you are definitely not alone. Let's take a look at what that battle really costs most firms.
This is the cycle so many firms get trapped in, right? Your best people, they get completely overloaded, which leads straight to burnout. So you bring in temporary help, but then you spend half your time just training them, which creates a whole new bottleneck. This, of course, leads to those late-night crunches, which don't just kill morale, they jack up the risk of costly errors, the kind that can chip away at the client trust you've worked so hard to build. And at the end of the day, all this chaos puts a hard ceiling on your revenue.
But here's the thing. It absolutely, 100% does not have to be this way. There is a smarter path forward that can break this exhausting cycle for good.
And that smarter fix? It's strategic outsourcing. We're talking about a fundamental shift in your mindset, moving your firm from just surviving tax season every year to actually thriving because of it. So what are we really talking about here? Well, tax return outsourcing is simply delegating those time-consuming prep tasks to an expert third party. But here's the crucial part. This is not about giving up control, not at all. It's about liberating your brilliant in-house team so they can focus on what they do best: high-value client strategy and those super important final reviews.
And the benefits? They're pretty immediate and powerful. You can see the 5 key pillars right here. You get incredible speed to turn work around faster than ever. You get rigorous accuracy from pros who do this day in and day out. You get instant scalability to handle any volume without the hiring headaches, rock-solid security for peace of mind, and of course, significant cost savings. It's really a win across the board.
Okay, that all sounds great in theory, but how does it actually work day to day? Let's pull back the curtain and really demystify the process, get into the nitty-gritty. Well, you can start by offloading the most common time sucks: individual 1040s, corporate 1120s, and partnership 1065s. But it also covers things like those complex depreciation schedules and sales tax filings. Just think of it this way: your outsourcing partner handles the prep work, the grind, while you stay in complete control of the final review and, most importantly, all client communication.
And here is the secret weapon: the time zone advantage. Seriously, picture this. It's 6 p.m. your time. You securely send off your work files. Then, while you, your family, your whole team, you're all sleeping, your outsourced partners in India are just getting their day started. By the time you're pouring your morning coffee, the completed returns are quality checked and just waiting in your inbox. Your firm is literally productive 24 hours a day. It's a game changer.
Of course, a huge question is always, so how does this fit in with my current team? That's fair. Let's look at how you can integrate an outsourcing partner seamlessly, so everybody knows their role and your firm's brand stays right where it belongs, front and center.
Think of it as elevating your team's roles, not replacing them. Your controller is now freed up to become that true in-house strategist, overseeing the big picture, making those key client-facing decisions. Meanwhile, your accounting manager is unburdened from all that heavy lifting of document prep, which lets them focus on more valuable analytical work. It's really about optimizing everyone's expertise. Okay, this brings us to another really critical question. If someone else is doing the work behind the scenes, how do you make sure it still feels like it's coming from your firm?
The answer is simple: white label outsourcing. It's kind of like having an expert kitchen that prepares an incredible meal, but you're the one who serves it to your guests on your own branded plates. The external firm does all the behind-the-scenes work, but your client? They only ever see your name, your logo, and your trusted expertise. That's it.
So how do you even get started with something like this? Well, the good news is the path forward is designed to be super simple, straightforward, and totally manageable. Here it is, a simple 5-step path. The absolute key here is to start small, just to find a manageable scope for your first run. From there, you set up secure access for documents, create some simple checklists so your process is clear, and schedule regular check-ins to stay aligned. Then, after the season's over, you review how it went and decide what's next. It's a completely iterative, low-risk way to get started.
Let's tackle a couple of the most common questions head-on, shall we? The first one is always this: will my clients find out?
And the answer is just no.
With white label services, your client has absolutely no reason to know. All the work is delivered under your brand, and you, and only you, control all the communication. Period.
Okay, now for the big one, security. In today's world, sending sensitive financial data anywhere is, a major concern. So is it truly secure?
Absolutely. Any reputable firm takes this incredibly seriously. Your data is protected by multiple layers. You've got encrypted file transfers, so it's unreadable in transit, legally binding NDAs for accountability, and strict internal protocols that meet major compliance standards. Security is absolutely paramount.
And let's not forget about speed. This chart just shows you the remarkable turnaround times you can expect. For most standard returns, you're looking at just 24 to 48 hours from the time you send it to the time you get it back. That is the power of that 24-hour work cycle we talked about, in action.
So, here's the bottom line. You have the power to make this coming tax season your most profitable and your least stressful one yet. It's all about working smarter, not just harder. So, I'll just leave you with this final thought. You can keep battling tax season every single year, or you can choose to flip your biggest annual headache into your firm's single greatest strategic advantage for growth. The choice is yours. Thanks for tuning in.